Let me ask a simple question. On a Friday evening, what is healthier? A glass of water alone in silence, or a shared drink, maybe tea, maybe water, maybe wine, with 3 laughing friends? Here is the key point up front. The health benefit is not the alcohol. The benefit is the human connection. And if you do not drink alcohol, do not start for health. But if you're skipping people in the name of being healthy, you may be missing a major risk factor that medicine now takes very seriously. Large meta-analyses show that weaker social connection is associated with higher risk of earlier death. One widely cited synthesis, summarized in JAMA in 2023, reported about a 32% higher risk of death from all causes in socially isolated people, and a smaller but still meaningful increase for loneliness. Now, notice what I said, associated with. These studies are mostly observational. They cannot prove that isolation alone causes death in every individual, but the signal is strong, consistent, and clinically important, especially in older adults. Let's clarify 2 terms people mix up. Loneliness is subjective. It's the feeling, I don't feel connected. Social isolation is more objective. Fewer contacts, less interaction, less support. Some studies suggest isolation predicts health outcomes more strongly than loneliness, but results vary across populations and measurement tools. So here is my practical clinical framing. Even if you enjoy solitude, you still need a minimum social safety net, a few reliable points of contact, a routine of connection, someone who would notice if you disappeared. Why would social disconnection link to worse health? Part of it is behavioral. When people are isolated, activity drops, nutrition worsens, sleep can fragment, adherence to medication can decline. Part of it may be biological. Chronic social stress is linked in research to changes in stress hormones and inflammatory signaling. Some meta-analyses show small associations with loneliness and inflammatory markers like IL-6. This does not mean your body is doomed if you are alone. It means social connection is a legitimate health domain, like blood pressure, mobility, or sleep. Now, a critical safety note for seniors. Alcohol is not a medicine. Alcohol can interact with common medications, increase dizziness, worsen balance, and raise fall risk, especially in older adults and in people taking sedatives or multiple blood pressure drugs. If you drink, keep it small, keep it safe, and discuss it with your clinician if you have heart rhythm problems, liver disease, a history of falls, or you take many medications. And again, if you do not drink, do not start. So the real winner is not wine versus water. The winner is, don't do life alone if you can avoid it. Now I want to reveal one underestimated driver of isolation in older adults: hearing loss. Systematic reviews show hearing loss is associated with social isolation and loneliness. When conversation becomes exhausting, especially in noisy rooms, many people quietly withdraw. And here is the nuance. Hearing aids are not a magic shield, but hearing care can restore communication, reduce strain, and help people stay engaged. Some observational research links regular hearing aid use with lower mortality among adults with hearing loss, but that does not prove hearing aids reverse risk on their own. What it does support is simple. Treating hearing loss is a rational step to protect social participation and daily functioning. Let's move from theory to a practical protocol. Here is my social prescription for older adults: safe, realistic, and specific. Step 1. The third place. Home is one place. Routine duties are another. Pick a third place you can visit regularly where people recognize you: a cafe, a library, a community center, a faith community, a walking group, a hobby club. Goal: Low-pressure familiarity, not deep conversation. Go at the same time 2 or 3 times per week if feasible. Safety add-on, choose daylight hours, stable footwear, and a safe transport plan. If you use a cane or walker, bring it. If you feel unsteady, go with someone. Step 2. The sensory audit. In restaurants, do you smile and nod because you didn't catch the words? Do you avoid group settings because it feels too loud? That is not just annoyance, it can be a barrier to connection. Schedule a hearing check. Consider vision as well. Step 3. The 2 contact minimum. You need at least 2 reliable people you can contact weekly: family, neighbors, friends, or a caregiver, and 1 routine contact, a weekly call, a regular visit, or a group meeting. This is not about popularity, it's about safety and continuity. Step 4. The active invite. Don't wait passively. Make small, low-risk invitations. Once per week, send 2 short messages or make 1 phone call. Thinking of you. Do you want to meet for tea? If someone says no, that's normal. Try again with someone else. Step 5. Combine habits without relying on alcohol. Walk with someone instead of walking alone. Eat with someone once per week instead of always eating alone. Drink something together: water, tea, coffee. If alcohol is part of your culture and it is safe for you medically, keep it minimal and never drive afterward. A final point. Screens are not nothing, but they are not always enough. Scrolling for hours can replace real contact, but for people with limited mobility, a phone call or video call can be a meaningful bridge. So my rule is this: use technology to create voice contact and real appointments, not just passive scrolling. If you notice any of these, don't push through it alone. New or worsening dizziness, frequent falls, chest pain, severe shortness of breath, sudden confusion, or a major change in mood or function, pause the plan and seek medical evaluation. Medicine is not only pills and procedures. Medicine is also the environment you live in, especially after 60. This week, choose 1 social action: a phone call, a hearing check, a visit to your 3rd place, or a short invitation for tea. Write in the comments, what could be your 3rd place? Thank you. I'm Professor Oleksii Kalmykov. Stay safe, stay connected, and I'll see you next time.